Hello, this is Kim with Crochet with Kim. I am hoping that you're having yourself a wonderful summer. It's closing out and fall is right around the corner. Some of the kiddos headed back to school. Some are still heading to school, especially to some of the colleges around here where the students are just now enrolling. I thought that it would be a wonderful idea to do a fall theme, which would be with the Halloween, starting with the Halloween. And I thought that this would be a fun project. I'm really thinking this is more like a candy dish type mat, or what we call a coaster, or I could use it for maybe something hot. You can still use it as for a cup of coffee or tea or something, and it would be just really awesome to have on the table. So I thought I would do my second one and record it. I wanted to make sure that I had the numbers right and making sure that it came out the way I wanted it to come out, and it turned out pretty neat. So without any further ado, you will need black. I use glowing from the orange. It's the orange is called glowing, and then a bright green and a little bit of white from a project that I have worked previously. As you can see, we don't need much white, and the black is more of the accent along with the green for the stem of the pumpkin. You also, now you can use any size hook for this project. I'm going to do a half double crochet for this project. This is what this one is, but I'm using a G hook. I have a pair of scissors, a dainty needle, and a stitch marker. And without any further ado, I'll set that off to the side there. I will start out with my black, and I do forgive me that I do understand that the black is hard to see on camera, and I've tried everything to brighten it up a little bit, but sometimes I am not so successful. So I will start out with 5, and I like the 5 because of the half double crochet. If you're going to do double crochet, I will count out 6. I'm going to count back to the 3rd chain from the hook. With a double crochet, you'll count, and with the chain of 6, you'll count back 4. So we'll go ahead, yarn over, go into the next chain, and making sure that you try to get that V on your hook if possible, just for more security. And if I can get it in there, sometimes it can be a little tricky, especially with that beginning chain. And we're going to pull through all 3, and then that very first chain we'll go right in, making sure that we can try to get it on both. If you can't, that's okay. I'm thinking about going around that with a single crochet to put a black or maybe an orange border on it. So I will count up 2, and I counted up 3. I'll count up, no, I'm sorry, I will count up 5 because I need my next block. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm sorry. So I will count up 5. And we will just need 3 to start out, 3 rows of the black yarn to start out our corner and of our pumpkin. So we'll go ahead and put that. There's 1, 2, and I need 1 more right here. Making sure that you try to get that V on there. It's also to eliminate a lot of spaces too, to kind of close in the space. And we'll go ahead and put 1, count out 1, 2, after we slip stitch into that post from the previous row. And we'll do that. And this is my second one, and this is my third one. And remember, on the right side, we want to put our stitch marker, and the right side is when you are having the positive numbers, the even numbers, the 2, 4, 6, 8. When you're going on this, when you have the 2, that's when this is the front side of your work. So just remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I will count back to my 3, and then yarn over and pull through all 3, and then go ahead and go into that next chain, yarn over and then pull through all 3, yarn over and then pull through all 3, and then we'll have our second one where we slip stitch under that post, chain 2, and then we'll yarn over and pull through all 3, yarn over and pull through all 3, making sure that we have 4 either half double crochets or 4 double crochets in each block. We'll chain 2, you chain 3 with a double crochet and pull through all 3 and pull through all 3. But in this instance, when you put that through, yarn over and pull through, I will stop there because my next block I want to read, and I will start row 4. This is row 3. So row 4 we will start with 1 black block. So we'll chain 5 and we'll go through, count back to the 3rd stitch from the hook and pull through all 3, and then go into the 2nd chain from the hook, the 4th chain from the hook, and pull through all 3, and then go through that last chain, yarn over and then pull through all 3. So here is where we're going to begin adding color. So the next one is 1 black, 2 orange, 1 black. So we'll go ahead and this is glowing, but I'll just call it orange just for and it has been giving me issues as far as coming out, so I'm going to try to pull out as much as I can. And we'll go ahead and make sure it's not tangled. Make sure that your tail end of the string, and I cut my nails, so I figured my nails was kind of in the way, so I trimmed them down half the nail length to make sure that you can see it better. So we'll go ahead and we'll slip stitch and then chain 2. For a double crochet you will chain 3, and then we'll go right back under or in that post and then do our 2nd, our 3rd, and our 4th stitch. So if it's a double crochet, you will do 4. The very first chain counts. If you're doing 2 chains, it is a half double crochet, or 3 chains if it's a double crochet, and you will have 4 of those in each of these 2 blocks. So the next one, we'll slip stitch that orange, and then we'll do 2, chain 2, and then yarn over and then pull through all 3, yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3, and then yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3. Now, because we're going to have black on this side as well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out as much yarn as I think I need. Sometimes I usually count this out to be maybe about 20 times where I pull this out about 25 times. Sometimes I can get it right on the money, and then sometimes I might run out because I know that I'm gonna have to go up and down this side in this corner, and I try to make sure I have enough yarn pulled out. So I'm just going to leave it there for right now, and if I need more, just get some more. And I'm going to take this under there and bring this off to the side. So now I am going to need to attach some more black yarn. So we'll go ahead and slip stitch, chain 2. If you're doing double crochet, chain 3, and then just yarn over and pull through all 3. I'm going to give that glowing a little pull, and then yarn over and pull through all 3. So we should have 4 of our stitches on here. We will chain for our next block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I have, and we will go to the 3rd chain from the hook, and we'll put that right on through there, pull through all 3, and then go through our next chain. Oh, a little tedious, and then go through our next chain. So I already know that I'm gonna need black because that is the trimming for this particular project. And then what I'm going to do, and pull this around this way, I'll look at row 5, and row 5 is 1 black, 3 orange, 1 black. So we already have our 1 black, so making sure that our yarn is in the back of the work, and I'm going to put that black over on the side so it does not get tangled up. And then we'll go ahead and pull up our yarn, our orange, and pull through and slip stitch, and then chain 2. We'll give a little snug to the black, but not too tight, because we don't want to draw the edging to make it too tight. We want it to be as smooth as possible. So we'll have our first one, our first orange, and then we'll slip stitch, chain 2, yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3, yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3, yarn over and pull through all 3, and then this is our 3rd orange. So we'll go ahead and chain up 2, yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3, yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3, yarn over and pull through all 3. So we'll go ahead and put this behind us. I'm going to move this black over, and now we'll do our last black. So we'll pull this through and then chain 2, kind of give that glowing a little pull, but not too much. We don't want it too tight. We don't want it to pull the border. And then there we go. We have our 5th row completed. So we already know that then we're going to need at least 1 black block. So we'll go ahead and pull that, go into our 3rd chain from the hook, yarn over, go through, pull through, and then pull through all 3, yarn over, pull through, and pull through all 3. So that's our first. So now we're working row 6, and with row 6 we are needing 4 orange blocks. And I found these are free on Pinterest. They're patterns that they have so many different patterns, and I want to do them all. There's some that is a lot bigger, a lot more tedious, but then there are those that are really fun and small and fun to do. What you can do, I usually put in my search box like alpha pattern, and then I can put in like Halloween or Christmas or Thanksgiving, and it'll just give me different designs. So if you ever find something that you would like to do, that is really a lot of fun to just look at so many different patterns. I'm actually working on a football emblem, and I'll have to show you what it looks like when I get through with it. So it is amazing what you can do. So we have our 4 orange. So I'll pull that so it won't be so stressful. And then we're going to end our work with, or in this row, with a black block. And I did this particular pattern in one day. So it did not take me it took me a little time, but I stopped, got me something to eat, and did whatever else I did. So I had a lot of other things that I was doing, but I still completed it in one day. So as you can see, it's starting to shape up with a little block here with a little edging of the pumpkin. So we'll go ahead and we'll continue on 3, 4, and 5. So we are on row 7, and we'll go ahead and start the row like we normally will with a black border, and then we will need, now it's about to change up on us here. On row 7, we would have our first black block, and then with this first black block we will have 2 orange. So we'll do 2 of the glowing. So slip stitch, chain of 2, and then we'll have the first, or which we will call our second chain, our third, and our fourth, which is actually with me a stitch. It's our first half double crochet, second and third and fourth, and we'll slip stitch, chain 2, and then we'll have our second half double crochet, our third half double crochet, and our fourth half double crochet. Now I'm going to lay this down because now I am going to need And this is what happens sometimes. There we go. When you're working on a project, it will get tangled. My football one is really tangled right about now. My children laugh at me, but when the project is finished, it'll be beautiful. But right now, it's a tangled mess. So I'll keep pulling because I'm still worrying about the border. So I'll just pull enough out so I will have a little bit, quite a little bit for my border. I'll snip this right there. And so I will start right here, and I will need one black. So I'll slip stitch, go ahead and put that black right here. And then I'll pull on that and I'll tug on that a little bit. And then I'll need 2 orange. So again, I will pull enough. Now with this particular one, I know I'll need a lot, but the way that it's separated as far as the mouth, the nose, I'll just pull out enough to make sure that I have that yarn for either side of the nose and the lips and everything. There are those that will, and I usually do this too, I will make yarn balls, maybe about an ounce, ounce and a half a piece, to make sure that I have them already separated. But you know, I can do it this way as well, because then I'll have to have runaway yarn balls going all over the place. So we'll go ahead and finish. So we need these 2 orange. And then we will finish up this row with black. So making sure that our work is in the back of our project. I'll just kind of move these down a little bit. I'm not gonna say that I will not get tangled. There's a probability that I will, but I'm gonna try to keep it as straight as possible. And then we'll go ahead and pull this on through. Give it a little tug, not too tight, because you don't want your border too tight. And then go ahead and finish out your row. This is row 7. Okay, so then row 8, we will go ahead and do our chain, and just go ahead and do that one white black block. So this is our first one. This is our second one, and our third one that we had to complete. Plus the chain will be our 4 stitches. Okay. Now, in row 8, we will need 2 orange, 1 black, 2 orange. So we'll go ahead and slip stitch, chain 2, and then we will continue on, finish out that block. That's our first one. Let's get you off to the side, green. And there we go. So we can try to keep it from getting tangled. Like I said, it's not always successful. And then we'll go ahead and do our second orange. And then we need one black after this second orange. So 1 and 2. And we'll go ahead and pick up our black. Chain 2. And then go ahead and go right under that bar, or post, I should say. Post of the previous row. Do your 4 stitches, whether it's double crochet or half double crochet. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and put that up there. And we're going to need 2 orange. So we'll put this down. Like I said, I can't make any promises that it will not get a little tangled up because we're working with 4 different or 5 different strings at a time. And so we have to make sure that we have enough. And we'll pull this off to the side over here after I take it and put it under here to make sure it's free. So it is. If that's free, and I'm going to put this one over here so that one's free. And then do 2 orange or glowing. 1, 2, 3, and this is our 4th stitch, which is my 4th half double crochet, and then my second one. Oh no, I'm sorry. You know what? I messed up. I didn't read that right. I was reading wrong. It's 2 blacks. 2 blacks. That's why I gotta be careful. I'm up here worrying about the yarn being tangled. I didn't pay attention to that. So it's 2 black blocks. I'm reading row 7. I need to get me a card or something so when I complete a row, I don't have to do that, make mistakes. And let's pull that a little bit. So we had 1 black, 2 orange or 2 glowing, 2 black, 2 orange, and 1 black. So this is row 8. And I knew I messed up because I had too many blocks left for this row. And it happens. It happens. My main distraction was the yarn being tangled. So we'll go ahead and we'll finish this up with that 1 black. Let's pull that a little bit. And there we go. And there we go. So we have that. As you can see, the mouth is coming into fruition. Okay, row 9. And I need to get me some kind of, I wish I had a card or something. So row 9, we need 1 black, 2 orange, 1 black, 4 orange, one black. So it's 3, 4, 8, and 9. So we'll have one black. Go ahead and build on your next row, counting up your chain. Then I'll pull this back here. It's gonna be twist. I'm trying to keep it from getting tangled if I can. If I can. Just go through here. And then go through here. There we go. So, there we go. Now this needs to come over here. And this one needs to go over there. All right. So we have 2 orange. And this needs to come through here. There we go. It's so much fun. I know many might get frustrated. My daughter told me, she said I can't do it. I said, no, I won't do that. No, life is confusing. That would just give me a headache. And I was like, oh, okay. So there's my first one, my first block. And then here is my second block right here. And there we go. And we'll just go ahead and pull this over here to keep it from getting tangled up. And then we'll just need one black. Now this is where it's going to be very interesting. Uh-oh, I have a knot or extra yarn here. So let me do something real quick. Hello again. I just went on and just took that little pesky little thing off of there. It was gonna create a knot, so I just went on and just kind of improvised a little bit so that knot would not be in the project. So now, as I continue on, I have my one black. Now I need 4 orange. So instead of pulling, like I will pull this out, I'm just going to snip it right here from the main ball, because it'll just be a whole lot easier to do. And I'll just pick it up and put it right here, right there, making sure that you have enough of a tail. Tighten that up a little bit, and then we'll just continue on. We need 4 orange, or glowing, in which I'm using. And we'll go ahead and put those 4 blocks right on in to the first one, second one, and we'll have our third. Oops, splitting hairs, in which I call it. Second, a third, a third one, and then our 4th one. We'll go ahead and put that in there. Tickle my throat. I'll slide that underneath there so I can go ahead and put my last black block on this row. Not to pull too tight. And then we'll go ahead and finish out this row 9 with a black block. And we'll pull there a little bit. We'll go ahead, we already know that our we need that first black block of the next row. This is row 10. We'll go ahead and start our next one, and then we'll take a look and see what we need. There we go. Pull that, so we'll have that. All right. And as we can see, the smile is coming in to play here. So in row 10, we're needing 1 black, 5 orange, 1 black, 2 orange, 1 black. So there we go. We've already started with the 1. So we will want the 1 black. So we'll go ahead and do our our 5 oranges. I do apologize. I don't know, it just got a little tickle in my throat. Temperatures has been in the hundreds here lately. We've been having pretty moderate weather this week, but next week we're going to be hit hard. They're expecting to have temperatures in the hundreds starting tomorrow. But I'm thankful that we were able to kind of enjoy a cool week this week. Not cool like in the 50s or 60s, but in the 70s that's considered cool to me. So here's number 3. we're going to do our fourth block. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's our fourth stitch for that. And then this is number 5. So we have our 5 orange. We need 1 black. And so we'll kind of tug on that a little bit, not too hard. We'll do our 1 black and we'll tug here a little bit. Make sure we have our 4 stitches, our four half double crochets into that stitch. Then we will proceed with our we'll do that. Let's do this again. And then let's do that one more time. Kind of get that out of that limbo. Go under. There we go. Even though I got them both kind of tangled up, but that's okay. I'll work with it as I go along. And then we will need 2 orange. Kind of pull on that black a little bit, not too much. And we have our 2 orange. Oops. Didn't grab that. Real good. And we'll finish up this row with 1 black. There we go. There we go. Put that underneath there. There we go. And this will be the completion of row 10. Pull that thread good. So there we go. We have our 3rd stitch and then our 4th stitch. And as you can see, the little smiley face is slowly coming into the picture. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and proceed with row 11, which is 1 black, 2 orange, 1 black, 1 orange, 1 black, 4 oranges, 1 black. So yeah, let's do this. So we're getting ready to bring in the picture, the nose. So that is why it's so many. So we'll go ahead and we will do our chain for our next block. So we have first black block, making sure that we oh, there we go. There we go. Now we will do our 2 oranges. We'll put it right there and pull through both. Chain 2. And then making sure that when we have that orange, we go underneath both of them to capture that orange string. When we attach it, so we'll go through both. They go under the post of the black as well as that orange to give it that clean look. So this is our second orange block. Now 1, 2, 3, and then number 4. Now we've completed that. We need a black, which is still the mouth. So we need 1 black. Oops, orange black here. Grab that, pull that on through. Just kind of give that orange a little pull. And we will do our 4 stitches, whether it's half double crochet or double crochet, and then we will have 1 black and then 1 orange. So we'll go ahead and put that 1 orange here. Give that a little pull. All right. So now that we've completed that 1 black, we'll need 1 orange and then 1 black. So now I'm needing to pull some more black out of here. And this is a part of the mouth, so I'm not going to need too much more for the mouth, but I'll make sure that I have enough to complete the mouth. And let's see what, there they are. I'll snip that. So this should be able to complete the mouth. Now we're getting ready to start the nose. So we'll go ahead and we will bring that on through, slip stitch, and chain 2. So we'll have 1 black, 1 orange, 1 black, and then we will go back to orange. So there's our 1 black. I'll pull that out here. Now we're still going to be needing some of this orange, so I'm going to just pull out just enough to make sure that I can get a few rows out of here. And don't be intimidated with the yarn. Even though it may seem like a yarn, it's only technically three skeins and a little bit of a fourth color. So don't get intimidated with all the string. Trust me, it'll be okay. We'll go ahead and we'll start with our our orange, I'm sorry. Let's turn this hook around. And we'll go ahead and slip stitch and continue on. We need 4 oranges. And let's pull that. 1. And this is our second block. And this is our third block. And this is our fourth. Go ahead and slip stitch in there, chain 2, and then go ahead with your remaining 3 stitches, whether it's a double crochet or a half double crochet. And then we'll bring that back here and go ahead and finish up our row with a black. There we go. So we have just completed row 11. And like I said, don't let the strings intimidate you. It is going to be just fine. Because as you use up the yarn, it will be less intimidating. Well, working in the eyes, the nose, the mouth, it's just going to cause us to just kind of skip the colors a little bit. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to start row 12. In row 12, we need 1 black, 2 orange, 1 black, 1 orange, 2 black, 1 orange, 1 black, 1 orange, 2 black. So that's going to be very interesting. So we have the first black, then we need 2 oranges. So we'll go ahead and do the orange because now we're getting ready to start the eyes. We'll go ahead and we're just going to lift that up and just pull that right on through all of this. Lift that over there. So we'll get that out of the tangled stage. We will need that one black, and then now we need 2 oranges or glowing. And there's the first one, here's the second one. Now, this is the nose. And we won't need an awful lot, but we'll need enough. So we'll go ahead and we'll cut that. And then we'll need, this is the eye actually, right here. But the nose part of it is where that string was last. So we'll go ahead and do our black. So one black. And then we'll pull on that a little bit. Now I know that I have orange strings in multiple places because of the way that it's designed. So we have that first string, and then we'll go ahead and pull this one. Pull. And there we go. So we'll have those two kind of laying aside there. I'm not going to fool with the black too much. Now, we have the one black, and we do need more orange. So I'm going to pull a little bit. Just enough. And we have our black, one black, so we need one orange. We'll go ahead and attach that right there. We'll go ahead and kind of tug on that string a little bit, not too tight, just enough to kind of close the gap a little bit. Now we're gonna need one black, so we'll go ahead and pull that string for black for the nose. No, actually we need two black, I'm sorry. We'll start on the first black. So we'll have this first black block right here. And then we will have our second. Making sure you go underneath that post from the previous row. We'll go ahead and work our second black block. Then we have our one orange block right here. So we'll go ahead and make sure we work underneath that post from the previous row. Go ahead and finish the remaining 3 stitches, whether it's a double crochet or a half double crochet. And then give that a pull. Now, after the 2 black, the 1 orange, we need 1 black, string or don't like to get completely on there. 1, 2, and then go ahead and do your remaining stitches in that the black block. Pull that a little bit. Then we will have only one orange block. Usually we have 2, but in this one we will have 1. This particular row. And then we will end with 2 black blocks. So we'll go ahead and finish up this row. We'll slip stitch, bring it on through, chain 2. And we'll go ahead and put the remaining stitches, the 3 remaining stitches. You know, when you chain up, whether it's chaining up 2 or chaining up 3, that's your first stitch. So the chain up 2 is actually your first stitch, and then we'll go ahead and proceed to finish out the row. Right. So now we're on row 13. This is where we're going to start decreasing because we've reached the end for this particular, the width of it. And we have, if you look at it this way, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So we have 12 blocks. On our 13th block, we will have 1 black block that we start with, but we're decreasing. We are decreasing. So remember, you can do this with however way you like. You can chain 2 or 3, you know, chain up 3, and you can just go to that post that's right up here and slip stitch like that if you like, if that's perfectly fine. I like to slip stitch my way up. Trying to get each stitch of this will be the side of the project. Slip stitch and then chain 2, and then just because I'm not adding any more rows on the left side of the work. Okay, so that's my first black, and then we need 2 orange. So we'll continue on with 2 orange blocks. We'll have the first one where we slip stitch, and then we'll go ahead and continue our stitches where we'll have 4 stitches in this block. And kind of pull on it a little bit, and this is our second. All right. That's our second. Now, what we need here is 1 black, 1 black block. So we'll slip stitch, chain 2, and then we're going to continue with until we have our 4 stitches in this block. All right, and then we need 1 orange. One orange. So we'll go ahead and pull that 1 orange slip stitch, and then we'll have our remaining 3 stitches to put in this block. Okay, and then we will have, I'm trying to pick up the next string. Okay, we have our 2 orange, our 1 black, our 1 orange, our 1 black. So we have our 1 black block, and then we'll go ahead and put our last 3 stitches, whether it's double or half double crochet. Okay, so we just did that. Then we need 1 black. I'm sorry, 1 orange. We did our 1 black, so we need our 1 orange. Now this is going to be where we will add our white yarn. So we'll go ahead and kind of pull, making sure that that's good and secured. Okay, we'll pull that off to the side here. So now it's time for our white yarn. And we have 1 white. And we do like we normally do, slip stitch, kind of pull on that yarn a little bit. Chain 2. And go ahead and finish up with the remaining stitches. Kind of tug just a little bit, not too tight. Just give it a little tug there. We'll put this white back here, and then we need 1 black. So chain 2, and then we'll have the remaining stitches that we will put in this block. Okay, give it a little tug, put this over to the side, and then we need 2 orange, 2 orange. Now this is a add on here, the orange, and then the add on of the second orange, and then we'll do the black. Now this is not, the decrease is on the lower left hand, but not up here on the right side. We're gonna still add on another row, okay? Because usually with a decrease, you decrease on each side, but on this side, we're gonna add. So we'll go ahead and put the black yarn in there, and then we will increase this side one more time, this side only. The top half we increase, the bottom half we're decreasing. So we decrease to start the row, but we're going to increase on this side for this same row. Okay, so we'll have, I'm trying to pull the white of the different yarn and everything. I pulled it a little too tight there, but see, as you can see, we decreased on this side, but we added a row on this side, but we're about to decrease coming back down. So row 14 is where we will begin, and the row 14 we're adding still. So we're going to go up one more row. So we're going to add another 3, 4, and 5, and then we'll go to that third chain from the hook, slip stitch, not slip stitch, but yarn over and go through all 3, and then yarn over and go through all 3. Now we're getting ready to slip stitch. But with this one, instead of having one black block, we're going to have 2 black blocks. This is to match the other side of the work. So we'll have the 2, and we'll add our 4, our 3 additional to make it 4 stitches in that block. Okay, so this is row 14, and I know it looks scary with all the string and all, but it will be just fine. And this is why I say be careful about pulling it too tight, because when you pull it too tight, the yarn don't cover real well. But this is for tutorial purposes, so and I'm pulling too tight. But okay, as we go, we need 2 orange. So we'll go ahead and put in our 2 oranges, 2 orange blocks. So we'll have our first one, our second one, our 3rd stitch, and then our 4th stitch. And then this is our 2nd orange block. Chain 2, and then we'll have our 2nd half double crochet, yay, there we go, our 2nd half double crochet, our 3rd, and then our 4th, and then we need 1 black block. So we'll go ahead and put that 1 black block right in there. And then once we pull that one black block there, then we need 6 oranges. So I'm going to pull from this one, which is actually the main yarn. So that's actually pretty good that worked out like that. So I'll just pull it through this way. And then we will go ahead and pull this on through, slip stitch, and then work our first block, and then I'll go ahead and Make sure I pull on this a little bit to kind of tighten that up, but not too tight, as I often do that, where I pull it just a little bit too tight. I don't want any gaps there, but I don't want to draw it so tight where it creates another situation. Then we're going to pull on the black just a little bit, just to make sure that it's good and snug, but not too tight. And as you will notice, that you will not need your white or the black for the nose anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and work this row in its completion, and then I'll go back and remove the yarn that I don't need. So we'll go ahead and finish that. And some of the orange I will not need, so I'm going to just go ahead and kind of pull that on off of there. I'll need it, but I won't need it for this particular row because I'll just work it from the main skein. So this is the fourth one. The fourth block. This is the fifth block. And this will be my sixth block right here. And again, there's the extra string. So we have 6, and then I just need one black block to finish out this row. There we go. And then pick up the black and pull that on through, slip stitch, chain 2, and we'll go ahead and finish out row 14. Slip stitch, and remember, this is our decreasing side. So we just slip stitch, and that is the end of this row. So as you can see, the pumpkin is halfway there. Yeah, little smiley face and everything. And I didn't pull it tight enough here and pulled it too tight on the other side. But as you can see, he is slowly coming together. So what we're going to do, we're going to, you can chain up and just slip stitch at the top, but I'm going to slip stitch up the side, or yeah, up the side here. And then we'll go ahead and start row 15. And so row 15, I need one black, which I have already started here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull the white out, no pun intended. Then we're going to go right here with the first eye, and I'll go ahead and pull that out. And this is the mouth, so I can go ahead and get that taken care of. Pull this off to the side. And then this is the edging, so I'm going to leave that alone. And this will help out a lot to keep it from being tangled up. You just go ahead and just remove the yarn, leaving enough to thread in or just sew in with your darning needle. So we can just go ahead and keep going here. And this little one just will not. There we go. And this is the eye, so I can go ahead and snip that string as well. Okay, so now we have the edgings only. Now we'll proceed with our 9 blocks of orange. So that's our first one that we're getting started on. Our first block. This is our block 2. Then I had a string of this orange too, so I can go ahead and get rid of that. So, and we'll use this again because we'll have the other eye to work around. So we'll go ahead and proceed here. So this is 3, our third block. 4. And 5. This is 6. This is 7. So make sure that kind of pull that a little bit. This is number 7. This is number 8. This is number 9. This is our last one, last orange. And then we need only 1 black because we're decreasing on this particular row for the upper part of the work, the upper right hand side of the work. So I'm going to go ahead and get this snipped off. And we're going to use that yarn again. It's not going to just be there because again I'm getting ready to incorporate the other eye. So let's do that again. We'll go ahead and do our one black block where we slip stitch and do our 4 stitches. Go ahead and get that done, and then slip stitch and turn your work. So as you can see that he is slowly coming together. And we'll slip stitch across here. So first, second, and third. Oops. Slip stitch across there, and then we'll start row 16, which is 1 black block. And then we'll look at we need 4 orange blocks. So we'll go ahead and do our 4. So 1, 2, 8, and then this is number 3. And then we have one more orange block that we need to do. So slip stitch, chain 2, and then yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, pull through and pull through all 3. So as you can see that we have the 4 blocks. The 4 blocks are completed there. I'm sorry,